Okay, it's me again, another coaching session concerning the city. This one will be applicable to both ministry team leaders and gospel community leaders. I want to highlight one feature real quick and then spend the rest of the time talking about casting vision to your group members, whether that's service team members or gospel community members. So let's do that real quick. I'm going to take my face off of here so you can be thankful for that. And I'm going to pull up the city. So let's get that up here for us. Go ahead and log in. I suggest setting a bookmark for the login page. Go ahead and set a bookmark for the login page so you can access the city very quickly just by clicking on the bookmark. Go to your group, whether that's a gospel community group or a service team group, and up here at the top you'll see start a new post. When you click that, the drop down will show up and you're going to create a need. This is a great way to schedule volunteers for things. So you can say host for April and May, or you can type in here ushers for March and April. And then just fill something in, time to schedule, or whatever you want to write down there. Now, here's where the feature comes in here. You're going to click down here below where it says ask or add task or items. Add task or items, you'll see a little plus mark. Go ahead and put that on there and say usher 1, and then over here you can put in the date. So March 4/3/13, and you'll see the date show up in here. So you need usher 1 for the 3rd of March 2013, or I guess that's February or April anyway. And then you can put usher 2, and then you can put the date in here 4-3-13, and then you can move on to the next Sunday, usher 1, 4, 10, 13, etc. Or if you're a gospel community leader, you can put host in the top, and then maybe put meal prepared or meal or something like that to gather your volunteers. Now, as you've done this, you go through the whole list, whether it's for a month or for the whole year, or for 2 months or for 3 months, however long you want to. You can make that list as long as you want it to be for all the volunteers that you need for whatever roles you're asking them to fill. And then when you hit post this need, you're going to see what it's going to look like. And at any time, your volunteers can log into this post. They can check what it is they want to do. They can host and be usher number 1 or whatever and log in, and then that information will be stored again. And that's going to show up in your group. So if you're a gospel community group leader, you'll see this need posted. Ushers for March and April. Or if you're a service team leader, you'll see it posted up there at the top. And when your members of the group log in, they'll be able to select to volunteer for certain things, just like that. Now I'm going to include a link that goes a little bit more in depth into this that you can read in this post. It's going to be down below this video. You can use it to find out more information. Alright, so let's talk about vision casting real quick as the dog goes absolutely crazy. Just ignore that dog. Vision casting real quick. This is going to be really, really important that we're able to cast vision well with our groups. We want to get them on board with the city so that they can that we can make it as effective as possible. So when you're getting ready to cast vision, there's 3 things that are going to be really important. Enthusiasm. Show some enthusiasm about this process. We're excited about this, excited about all it's going to accomplish. Talk about the big picture, how this is going to grow as we get into it, into just an opportunity for big things to happen at Redemption Church as far as community involvement and connection of people and care for people is concerned. And then exemplification. You're going to need to lead the way by setting the example of being involved on the city. So just the little things, having your profile picture and having your profile done up, again, it's just going to exemplify the importance of the city. So you're going to want to set the example. Okay, and I'm going to have an outline linked below, so you guys are going to have this, but again, just briefly, here's what it's going to look like. when you pitch the vision to your group, and you can choose to leave in or leave out any of these parts, but just try to convey again some of these main points to your group to get their buy-in with the city. Just kind of welcome them, some excitement about what's going on with the city, and then you're going to want to maybe share the vision statement that we have now. And what that is in our mission to pursue Christ with passion and present Christ with purpose, the city will assist us by cultivating connection, improving care, and facilitating community. Now, we're not going to say streamlining communication when we cast vision to the members. That's more of a huge benefit for administration. It will be for them as well, but it's not as sexy, I guess. So we're just going to say cultivating connection, improving care, and facilitating community. You're going to want to disarm comparisons to this being like Facebook or MySpace or Twitter or any of those other social networks. You're going to want to remind people this is about groups, this is about group thinking, about group community, not about individuals. Kind of like Facebook tends to just kind of be this me festival. Well, the city is more of a group mentality, the body of Christ together, and that's the second thing. This is about the body of Christ, not cliques and things like that. This is about the body of Christ serving together for His glory and the fame of Christ. So make sure that that's something you talk about with your group. Also, online communities have power, and we want to harness that power for the gospel and for the church. Again, just reminding them that these online communities that all of us are involved in at some level, we're trying to harness that power for the glory of God, for the fame of Christ, for the spread of the gospel. Another good thing to address is how the city brings us together as a body, supplementing and facilitating real-life relationships. This isn't a substitute for real life in any way. This just helps facilitate it and supplement those real-life relationships that we have. So again, you're going to go over 3 primary benefits. Connection. So you're going to want to say this is going to help people get plugged in. You're going to talk about care. We have the marketplace on there where people can express needs that they have, or even sell items that they might have, or say, I need a car, and somebody can help them maybe find a car, different things like that. There's going to be the opportunity for prayer requests and for testimonies on there as well, so we can care for each other in part through the city and then community. We can plan events, we can carry on discussions, etc. So community will be benefited as well through the city. So those are the big things. You're going to kind of talk about the vision statement, talk about how this is just disarm those fears that this is like other social networks, and then talk about how we're harnessing the power of the online community to bring people together and facilitate and supplement real relationships. And so you're going to call them to action, call them to buy in, to get on and start their profile, etc. So buy in and then stay in. All communications are going to happen here on the city and will be cut everywhere else eventually. So that's important that they know that. So they need to buy in, they need to stay in, and then stay tuned. That's going to be about the fact that the city is growing and becoming more robust with more opportunities as things continue with it. So they need to buy in, they need to stay in, and they need to stay tuned for what's going to be coming. Again, the deadline is March the 3rd, 2013. So try to get all of the members of your gospel community groups or your city teams or your ministry teams on the city as soon as possible. Thanks so much. This was 9 minutes. I'm going to try to keep these shorter, but I did bet that was 6 minutes shorter than the last one, and the next one hopefully will be about 3 minutes shorter. But there you go. If you have any questions, just let me know. Give me a call or text me 304-617-2448 or contact me here on the city, and I'll try to answer any questions that you might have. Thanks so much.